StudyIQ IAS, अब तैयारी हुई अफोर्डेबल.
Sir, what is the use of this? I always tell it's an intensive, it's an incentive for you, not intensive. It's an incentive for you because I'll be going through it. I'll be giving you some inputs and I'll be submitting this with everybody. Okay, all right, right. Alok asks, sir, is there any age limit? No, there is no age limit for anybody. Basically, right from 16 years now, anybody can be given death penalty. Okay, because from 2015, the Juvenile Justice Act has been amended. A person who is 16 plus and if they have committed a heinous crime, then they can also be tried as an adult and given death penalty. There is no age limit. All right, right. Okay. So I hope everybody is clear with this idea of right to life and right to death. There is one more idea that we need to discuss. The third idea that I want to discuss is under the Article 29, sorry, under the Article 21, I now have a right to privacy. I have right to privacy. Now, this is also a very interesting aspect. Today, it has been accepted. But if you look at the Supreme Court's performance with regard to this, it has been again seesaw. As I gave you one of the examples of the Kharak Singh judgment. Kharak Singh is a very prominent judgment here. Kharak Singh versus State of Uttar Pradesh. If I'm not wrong, 1968 would be the year. Now, in this particular case, the Supreme Court had said that there is no right to privacy. There is no right to privacy. All right. They said there is no right to privacy. And they said your right to privacy can be taken away by a legislative act where procedure established by law is followed. Very interesting, isn't it? So they said there is no right to privacy. However, things have evolved now. Now today we talk about our privacy because we are living in the age of information and communications technology, where we look at so many digital avenues, so much of data being spread, and that data has to be private. And for that, our judiciary has also evolved. Our judiciary has also evolved. In a very famous case in 2017, in Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India case 2017, the Supreme Court has said we have right to privacy. Every individual has right to privacy, and state cannot violate or state cannot abridge this. State cannot abridge this. In fact, in a very interesting case in recent times, I think it is Kaushal Kumar. I've just updated it here. In a very interesting case, where is it? In the Kaushal Kishore versus State of Uttar Pradesh in 2023. This is just a few months back. Just a few months back, Kaushal Kumar versus Union of India case 2023. It has been held that I do have right to privacy, not just against the state, that means state, and also private entities. Now this becomes very, very important for us to understand. Can someone tell me why this happened? Anybody use your common sense and tell me why in 2023 the judiciary has changed its stance? Because before this, right to privacy was only available against the actions of the state. That means legislative action, your executive action, judicial action, actions of the state. But now, from January 2023, I have my right to life, I have right to privacy, not just against the state, I also have against the private entities. Can anybody think of why? Can anybody think of why? Harassment. Can you elaborate, Mahesh? What do you mean by harassment? Harassment. A little elaboration would be really good. It's not about harassment because you do understand now, most of the players who are handling our data, they are private players. Who is our internet service provider? See, my internet is provided by Airtel. I'm quite sure most of you have most of you have the geo network, right? Most of you have such things, yes. So right now it is not just the state which is encroaching on your privacy, but there are many others who are also encroaching on your privacy. All right. Now there can be some other issues. If in recent times, Article 21 has also been expanded, where people might ask me a question, sir. Is there any other domain where it has been expanded? I gave you a long list here, a long list where I spoke about some of the developments that have come. In fact, for your reference, there have been so many case studies which have been given here. In this Olga Tellis case, right to livelihood was said to be part of your right to life. A very important case, DK Basu versus government, West Bengal government. There were guidelines which were created for arresting procedure. Guidelines for arresting. How are you going to arrest a person? If a person is willing, there is no need to put handcuffs on him. In one of the most important cases, we have discussed all of these. Okay, there is a question which appeared in 2021 prelims. Right to privacy is protected in which article? By now, you know it is Article 21. Very simple question. Such questions have appeared previously. Some of the important rights have been provided here. All right, right to speedy trial is a right. We'll talk about this. Right to education in some time. All right. Some of the important judgments. Right to travel abroad. Again, Maneka Gandhi case. Right to information. In the Bandhwa Mukti Morcha case, right to information was provided. Again, very interesting ideas. Right to free pollution, right to livelihood, anything connected to environment. There is one particular person who I want to mention categorically here. There is an individual called MC Mehta. Throughout our interaction, we'll talk about him. MC Mehta is an environmental activist. He has filed so many petitions against the Indian government, and because of efforts of MC Mehta, that is Mahesh Chandra Mehta, we have gained so many rights under right to life connected with environment. According to the Supreme Court, we have right to clean water, right to clean air, right to an environment free of noise pollution, right against pollution, so many things. It is because of contribution of one of the environmental activities called as MC Mehta. If you find any article written by MC Mehta, or if you find any insights about MC Mehta, do make a note of that. All right. There are so many case studies. I can give you MC Mehta versus Union of India 1988 case, where he filed a case about pollution which is coming from the tanneries, from the leather industry. In 1997, he filed a case against he filed a case against the Indian government in Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court, it gave guidelines to the government to protect Taj Mahal in 1997. So MC Mehta, one of the prominent environmental activities, so many cases can be referred through MC Mehta only. If it is an environmental case, most probably MC Mehta's name would come for sure. All right? Right.
StudyIQ IAS. अब तैयारी हुई अफोर्डेबल.